So, just whenever. So, are you guys ready?
Yep.
Sweet. Timing starts when you gain control under the water.
Just tell me when.
Yep. Thanks, Cube. Thanks, PJ. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry, a little late on that one.
It's alright.
So, this is Day Hunger. It was a mod for the original Half-Life. PC Gamer paid this dude what I would hope is a ton of money to make, and it came in 3 installments. First released in 1999, so it's a pretty good mod year, I imagine. Back in the heyday. Pretty standard for the first little bit. The run's pretty much based off the segmented runs that the SourceRun community did, so I'll be doing some pretty stupid strats, but it'll work out, hopefully.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Several reports of strange happenings in the local countryside have been received here at the radio station. Sheriff Chester Rock releases that such reports are...
It is definitely worth playing. This is one of my favorite mods. This and USS Darkstar were two of my favorite mods growing up.
Some of these reports are very disturbing.
No! 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 Get it
We are
up!
trying to be cautious. Stay indoors.
You guys can find the mod on ModDB if you just Google Day Hunger. Well, we got 2 head crabs that time. That was kind of weird. Oh, 3. That's never happened before. Usually it's just 1. So we're going to grab this dynamite and we're going to attempt to put one of them through this door. Hopefully it works out. Nope. Ah, that one's not going to work. That might. Nope. So it's kind of a random... Whoop, I moved a little bit too soon. It's a little bit random if it's going to go through the door or not. Sweet. We in there? So that skips a whole ton of playthrough that we don't want to go through. So we're throwing the grenade out the door, or dynamite, whichever you want to call it, to blow up the lock. Usually you have to go talk to a dude who's freaking out about zombies, and that car that just disappeared decides it wants to crash into the church because zombie apocalypse. No. So luckily I didn't get completely killed there by zombies that want to eat my brains. So what I'm trying to do here is bunny hop along the edge. It's completely random if it is going to allow me to continue to bunny hop, so we're just going to shark across the water for now. There's a couple different sections where we have to attempt our best to try bunny hopping. But again, it's completely random, so... So here we're going to try to jump on top of one of the zombies' heads and jump over the top of them, but I failed. There we go. Just a little bit faster than killing them, obviously. Okay, so here I'm going to go under the water. For some reason enemies can't see you while you're under the water. Well, that'll be used in a couple different spots. And hopefully this guy doesn't wreck me. Sweet. So here I'm going to use a piece of the wall to stop my fall. And come in here. I'm going to grab some extra ammo. So this jump's kind of finicky, and we got it sweet. And we're going to crouch past this zombie. Luckily we didn't get stuck. And we're going to use this air jet to go up top. I apologize about the static. It's probably my mic. It's not the best. So this guy didn't run out, which kind of sucks. So we're gonna lure him out. So I'm hoping for good luck with these ichthyosaurs, or however you pronounce it, because these guys can completely ruin a run by attacking you from an infinite distance away. So, sweet. Oh, okay, good. Nope, we got him coming after us. No, we did. We're good. So, luckily those guys didn't completely wreck us because it'll kill the run. So coming up here in a second, we have some zombies that tend to explode when I touch them. Oop, and I exploded. Sweet. So they did their job good, but they followed my example, so. So we're skipping a lot of the game, this first part, by these large sequence breaking nade boosts that we do. Usually you'd have to go and solve some kind of puzzle, but luckily we don't have to do that. So here I'm going to take out the helicopter so I don't have to worry about him. I'm going to take out those guys with a couple of well-placed shots. So that went really well. If I lost speed at any point there, I'd have to stop and shoot them, which is just slow. And bunny hopping in the dark is pretty hard, especially when the ground is not even. So we'll stare at the ground and just try to bunny hop. So here we're going to take out these two dudes. Grab the health. Not frame perfect. Unfortunately. There's not very many frame perfect tricks in this round. It's pretty easy. I recommend it to anybody who is looking for a pretty fun speedrun. So obviously when you're outside of the game decides to treat it like water, so we're going to use that to float down here. And I missed the window. Get in there. So this is a little bit random. Hopefully I can get past these zombies. Nope. Let's try it again. Not sure why this guy's giving me some trouble. There we go. So, whoa. Get out of my way. So here we're going to lure this guy out. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Oop. Well, we're just going to completely ignore him. Luckily. So we hit a trigger, get blown back, and hopefully not get wrecked by these guys. Because there's a pretty useful damage boost again to skip a large portion of this. So, get on the trunk. I'm going to have a little bit lower health than I would like, but... So for safety, we're going to wait for this to explode, and hopefully get up on top of the gas station. With not too much trouble. Sweet. Oop, forgot. Come on. There we go. That sound signifies that I opened it. So I'm going to grab the health. And this is the end of part 1. So I'm going to let the cutscene play out. Unfortunately, this mod does have cutscenes. So we're going to hang out with this skull and flush him down the toilet if we can. So this dude, the protagonist of this mod, tends to get caught a lot, and you'll see that coming up. So we're just waiting right now. As you can see, PC Gamer, it's a pretty awesome magazine. I don't know why they're cool enough to give me some reading material. Neil Mankey is the creator of the mod. He did all 3 parts. And PC Gamer, again, hopefully paid him a lot of money to do so. Yeah, it scared me too. That's why I loved it so much. Is just because there wasn't very many horror mods that were really well made. The creator of this mod also created another one, I believe. It was called USS Darkstar, which is a really good one as well. I recommend anybody wanting to play some good mods play this and USS Darkstar. So this is where part 2 starts, obviously. So we're gonna probably get murdered, but then we get saved. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it around on him and kill him with this. Oop, get it over here. There we go. And I have horribly low health. So hopefully these guys don't wreck me. They probably will though. Whoa. This guy moved. So we'll try that again. What we're trying to do is trying to jump on top of his head and then jump over the grating. Luckily we didn't take too much damage. It's really going to be low though, so cutting it really close. Even closer now. So I'm not going to have enough health to do this damage boost, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to pick up some health. Sweep. So again, because we have lower health, this part's a little dangerous. So hopefully this guy doesn't decide that he wants to wreck me, which he didn't, so we're gonna murder. Hopefully I kill all these zombies, which I did, that's good. So now we're just gonna play a little bit of tag with some triggers. For some reason the creator thought it would be a good idea to have me hit a bunch of triggers to progress. So that sound of that grate is me being allowed to progress. And again, allows me to progress. I'm not sure what caused him to do this, but whatever. We'll continue on. So coming up here in just a moment are this mod's equivalent of the Hound Eyes. Luckily they don't shoot out magical sparks across the ground and through walls. They're just more annoying now than anything, not really any threat. I missed it. So here, what I have to do is I have to bunny hop around the wall, kill that thing, and then take out this guy. So that went okay. Would have liked to take a little less damage, but it's not breaking. So again, here, coming up here in just a moment is another segmented strat that I kind of worked into the mod itself. what we're going to do is we're going to use this to boost up over the grating, if I can get it to cooperate. Oh, there we go. Sweet. So second try is pretty good. It's kind of random, but we did it. So shovel is the best melee weapon in any mod. You'll be seeing it a lot. Well, not too much, but... So this vent acts weird when you throw something in it. For some reason it pushes everything up against the wall to the right, so we just kill all of those. Wait for this and jump over it. So bunny hopping up such a steep ramp is pretty hard, so I'm just going to wall strafe up it. And hopefully I can hit this button and get out before a magical zombie decides to appear in front of me. So we got stuck in him, but not too bad. I agree, the wrench in OP force is completely overpowered. One hits everything. So this part I'm going to take it a little bit safe and kill this ichthyosaur because again they completely hack and murder me for absolutely no reason. Come on. So I have a highlight on my channel where I just get completely wrecked from across the tunnel. He was nowhere near me and could just hit me and completely kill me, and I can't do anything about it, so we're going to take him out so it makes this tunnel section a little bit easier. Also, reloading a shotgun underwater is the best way to reload a shotgun. So again, coming up here is a nice sequence boost, or sequence break. Saves about 5 or 6 minutes if I remember right. What we're going to do is we're going to use the grenade to get up on top of an invisible barrier and pass through what is normally unpassable. So we get up on top, use this crack to break our fall. Luckily we didn't die there, which is good, because dying's pretty bad sometimes. So we push this switch through the wall. Normally you're not supposed to be able to come this way, but it's okay. So now we're going to hang out with the birds for a little bit while we wait for this dude to come and unlock the mansion and let me in. So now we have to solve the mystery of the spooky mansion. So we're going to come upstairs and begin the mystery, which starts with pushing a button through the door or the wall. We're going to steal all their aspirin because we have a headache and we need it. Then we're going to raid this guy's office. Oop, missed the table. So this is our Gordon clone. He's going to be our buddy for a little bit.
We were working in the lab downstairs and we found something in the city water. Come on. It's something that could bring anyone, alive or dead, to some intermediate state of half-life. But after that, Dr. Franklin started to act strangely. Have you met him yet? I'm afraid that he's now infected too.
So I've lowered my FPS so he turns faster. Pretty standard for any Half-Life 1 mod, or speedrun. So this guy's got something in his shoe, so we have to wait for him, unfortunately.
Oh God, poor Dr. Franklin. He was a good man. Just trying to find out what was causing all the zombies, but in the just made things worse.
So we're never going to see this guy again, luckily. So this grate is completely murder if I touch it, so we don't want to touch it. Pick up some ammo and hopefully get down. So that I cannot kill this guy until he gets to his spot. For whatever reason, when an NPC is scripted to do something, we can't kill them. So if I push the buttons for this elevator too fast, it will get stuck and essentially soft lock the game because there's no way to get down without riding this elevator. So that guy gets a medal. I try to get through that part without getting shot. It's not too big of a deal, but I always like to try to avoid it. So this is my favorite little jumping sequence in this mod. Just looks really cool. Not terribly difficult, but still looks pretty cool. So coming up here in a second is a pretty difficult boss, so I'm going to grab some extra health. So hopefully here, after the boss, I can get the timing of this grenade boost pretty well. So he's dead. Ah, I missed it. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use the grenade, or the dynamite, to get up on top of this ledge. I think I might be standing a little bit too close to it. We'll get it though. God dang. I apologize. So if I quick save too close to this guy dying, I can essentially soft lock the game and the glass doesn't break. So that's why I have to go back a little bit farther than I would like. There we go. Sweet, so we didn't soft lock it. Soft lock occurs where this guy doesn't come out and break the game. So this room can go either really well or horrible. Luckily it went pretty well. We're at 100 health, so we're going to need it to do a damage boost. Again, just to skip a big chunk of the level. Oop. So we're going to lure this guy over here so I can jump past him, hopefully. Nope, he's not going to play nice. So again, we're just using the dynamite to boost up there. Ow, I knew it was gonna happen. So that was much better. Use the tree. Yeah, I would save before the boost, but unfortunately if I do it too close, it'll that dude doesn't come out and break the level, or break break the glass, sorry for coughing. So that is the final section before I can where I can avoid the soft lock. So here, we're going to pick up some extra health just in case. So hopefully these dogs don't troll me, and they didn't, sweet. But we're going to be getting chased for a little bit here. Hopefully I can get ahead of them. So essentially we're just going to wait here at this locked door. We're going to have another brute come through. Whoop. Sweet. That guy likes to spank me and make me take a ton of damage, so luckily that didn't happen. Yes, spooky screams. So normally when you walk through this door you take damage, but if you jump, it just boosts you instead of actually hitting you, which is nice because we need as much health as we can. And couches. Whoop. So this pipe is really finicky. So we picked up 2 SMG grenades just back down there at the bottom of the stairs. It'll be nice to taking out this guy. Whoop, out of ammo. Out of ammo. So we're going to completely ignore this zombie and break these boxes. So if I touch the back of this truck, it will completely murder me and I'll explode. So take it a little safe and not hug it. Sweet. So now we just gotta wait and blow ourselves up. And that is the end of part 2. So again, there's another cutscene, kind of like a intro to the 3rd. So I'm gonna let this play out. So as I mentioned before, lightning in this game tends to make the game crash. So what I have to do, since there's a lightning strike in this cutscene here, is I actually have to lower the FPS. And that'll allow it to just continue as if nothing ever happened. So I'm going to go ahead and lower it. It also seems to make the camera move faster. It may just be me, but it's kind of nice if it does go quicker. Too spooky.
Wake up. You're having a nightmare.
So right here is really interesting. It appears that the creator of the mod had programmed a new enemy, which was like a mix between like a Vortigaunt and a Hound Eye, and it looks really cool. The thing that sucks is you don't actually see them in the run, and I'm not sure if they're even in the casual playthrough. If you'd ever see them, I don't remember them specifically. All but this one scene, which kind of sucks because they look pretty interesting. Okay, so now we've officially started part 3, and we're on a mission to find our baby, because amnesia and waking up in a spooky hospital. Hello? Damn it. So the nurse is going to introduce us. Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but it'd be really interesting to see if they were actually, you know, you could fight them. But so this part can go really good or really bad. So we're gonna draw this guy out and go around him. Sweet, that actually went really well. Sometimes that guy just trolls you and gets in your way, which is really slow, so... But we in there. So again, pushing switches through walls. Sweet. I don't know what he was attacking, but it definitely wasn't me. So we shoot this generator, and it'll allow us to actually leave the hospital. Normally there's that pushes you back up, so you can't actually go through it until you shoot it. And there's no indication that that's exactly what you have to do to progress in the game. So interesting fact, part 1 and part 2 have segmented runs that I based my run off of. Part 3, the SourceRuns community was, I think, had like the first level tasked out, but had put it on hold because one of the runners took a hiatus. So essentially, this is more or less just me routing the game. My PB, usually I run the parts individual of each other. I think the first part was like 9 minutes. The second part was something like 20 minutes, closer to 20 minutes, and then the third part's closer to 30 minutes. But all three of them together, when I was practicing, I actually got a 56 for all three parts done consecutively, which I was pretty proud of. So hopefully we'll see something similar to that now. But unfortunately, I'm the only person that actually runs this real time. So hopefully this will inspire other people to come and steal my record, because I'm a okay speedrunner. So again, here's the shovel. It's a vital part of the speedrun. So more or less, this is the next little bit, is just really long sections of bee-hopping, which is really nice if you're new to speedrunning. This is definitely a good place to practice, just because there's long open areas. Get out of my way. This guy likes to troll me. So it makes it really great that you can learn how to bunny hop with these large open areas and uneven ground, so you can kind of get a feel for when you have to bunny hop. So here we're going to use this hay bale to get up on top of that and climb up into the farm, or the barn. And we're going to grab this flamethrower because it's good for killing enemies and breaking things really quick. Also zombie cows. That loading zone's kind of weird, so I lost my speed, which sucks, but it's okay. Not too much time lost. So here you can kind of get a better look. Well, not really a better look, but there's zombie cows, which is kind of cool. They do a ton of damage, so you don't want to get hit by them. So those spider webs that you see on the walls back there, if you touch them, it deals like this random poison damage over time, which sucks. So we don't want to touch them. So coming up here is this game's version of Stonehenge, and there is a lightning strike which will crash my game if I'm not quick, so hopefully this will go well. Ouch. So that went really well. Lightning strike didn't crash my game, which is nice, so we'll go ahead and continue on. So right here, there's a giant version of the squid. I'm not sure why it's there. I never fought it before, but I'm officially naming him the mascot for this round, so I'm still looking for a name, so I'm definitely open. Just taking it a little safe here because I'm low on health. Oop. Damn hand. So, right here is a essentially reused portion of the part 2. There's a couple different sections where we seem like we're backtracking, but Bob, I like it. So, the finicky pipe is now even worse because they broke it and it's really hard to stand on and or jump from, so that actually went okay. Get out of here. So, we have to pick up the flamethrower again. And, of course, knowing this guy's luck, he's getting caught again. So, we get to watch a nice little cutscene.
Haha, you trap like a day at the hunting club. Now you've gone paid for screwing with this place. Take 'em away, boys.
At least they gave you health. That's kind of nice. No clip out. But we'd miss out on this awesome sequence. Fleshes out the story.
They are the cause of our hunger. They dine pigs and expect us to molder in the grave. Now we shall go forth and feast upon the flesh of the living. Coat the world in a sea of blood. We are the dead. They cannot feed us. We are never growing the more of the vomit. And we shall satiate our hunger. We shall gorge ourselves on the flesh.
Yeah, this is a mod for Half-Life 1.
Then all the living chicken shit to eternal damnation. I hear you asking, why do we hunger? I say we hunger for conquest over the living.
Yeah, Cube's right. The first part came out in 1999, and then there was yearly installments, so 2000 and 2001 was the final part. So, what's a good zombie movie without the government coming and trying to help, quote unquote? So this part's kind of random. I can't get out of this box, or the game won't let me escape until the majority of these army dudes are dead, which is kind of RNG whether how fast they'll die. So we get to take a little bit and watch these army dudes and a zombie get completely wrecked. I've never seen him walk through the fire like that. That's kind of funny. So when you hear when it sounds like a bomb is dropping is when I'll actually be able to escape. I get blasted out of the box. So we get to wait just a little bit longer, hopefully not too much longer. Again, RNG at its greatest. There we go. Is that it? One more? There we go. So we grab a shovel, and we didn't get a gun this time. Sometimes the army dudes decide that they want to die right where I'm just about to bunny hop, so. So now we do a little bit of backtracking. Ow. So you get to see a spiderweb decide that it's going to do damage to me over time. Must have been one pretty badass spider. So this part kind of sucks, and I'm going to kill this dude just to be safe. I have to wall boost along this wall over the ledge, which is kind of random how much speed I'll get in such a small area. There we go. Sweet. Didn't take too long. I was completely failing that in practice, so I'm glad I got that pretty quick. Dang.
Another zombie. Get it! Time to die, zombie.
Yeah, loading zones completely wrecked me. So that guy didn't wreck me, which is nice. So we're going to continue on. So coming up here is another trigger happy sequence where I have to do certain things in a certain order, so. Bunny zombies. So we kill that guy, we come back, we hit this, and then come back and hit this trigger. So that sounds means that it worked. We're continuing on. So now we have to wait for this little sequence to get finished. I'm actually gonna rescue my friend here. Knives are bad. I don't know if he's gonna make it though. So there's a trigger in between this wall that I have to hit. And when I do, it'll trigger a dude coming up. There we go. That was actually pretty quick. So I'll show this off. This is kind of funny. I can flip a switch and these people all just ride into the fire and get cooked and get eaten by zombies. So I essentially murdered a bunch of people today. So I decide I don't like this train and get trapped again because this guy and getting caught is kind of going hand in hand. So we get to wait. Yep, another cutscene. Nope, they're too afraid. The zombies got them scared out of their pants. So, a little cutscene here. We just gotta wait for the train door to open. Head crab meat. It's pretty good for growing boys. Kinda low on ammo, but that's okay. We'll make it. So, we get to use the machine gun to wreck some army dudes falling. Man, that dude is wrecking me. Come on. So as soon as that dude hits the ground, this door is going to open. And I got stuck. That sucked, but whatever. So again, we're going through a pretty much rehashed area, backtracking a bit, but it's okay. So hopefully I don't get trolled by these dogs and or the dudes in this courtyard back here. That could have gone better, but it's okay. And I don't have any ammo. So we're gonna have to use a shovel for a little bit until I can get some. And hopefully not get wrecked, which we didn't. It's good. So hopefully these guys just leave me alone while I just casually bunny hop past him. So I need that off there. Yeah, it's super powerful too, but we don't want to use it until the final boss, because it's literally the only way to do enough damage to kill him. So we go down into the basement of this hospital type deal, and we're suddenly in a movie theater, because of logic. So I'm gonna kill this guy, start the movie and break these boxes. So again, another little cutscene plays. Enjoy the movie.
To wage war against the monstrous humanity, a war never surpassed in the dark, lamentable catalogue of history.
Sweet. 10 out of 10. We'll watch again. Recommend to friends. Oh no, don't shoot me. Sweet. So corners are these dogs' weakness.
You look like one of them things that goes together.
Yes, it does seem that we are both suffering from mental degradation. However, be sure that in no relevance of lifestyle, we will try to retribution to the destruction of that person. Now the question is, we have to, 1, 2, 3, he's right there.
They found me, guys.
Sit bank son of a bitch. Get that bastard. And bring me the head of the guard who let him in.
Technically, I let myself in, so I'm not a guard. So I really don't care what he has to say. So again, flamethrower murders everything, which is nice. Whoop. Wow, that dog just completely wrecked me. Luckily, there's health down here, so it's not too big of a deal. So I need as much ammo as I can before picking these up, because I'm going to need it to kill some enemies that are paratrooping down. Okay, there we go. Got all the health. There is 100% truth to that statement, Z's. So, coming up is the first of the last boss. So, hopefully this goes well. We do got a pretty good amount of sniper ammo, which is nice. I don't know how I didn't kill him, but that really sucks. Hopefully this guy doesn't do too much damage. I don't know where he went. I've never seen him run over there. There he is. So it's super hard to shoot when he's turning. Come on. There we go. So that fight could have gone a lot better. And I wasted a bunch of ammo that I really didn't need to, which kind of sucks, but should be okay. Awesome 2001 helicopter chase scene, which leads to the final boss. Time will be when the enemy helicopter starts to crash, and I'll call it.
Okay.
So there's a couple of these army dudes that are dropping that I have to kill, trying to use as little ammo as possible. Because the SMG ammo is what's used in the heavy machine gun, which is what I need to use to kill the end boss. So that last guy is okay. We don't actually need to shoot him, because luckily he just falls right into the blades and gets murdered. We're going to start off shooting him. Again, luckily, or wish we would have had a little bit more ammo coming out of that last boss fight, but shouldn't be too bad. Luckily they gave us a little med kit we can use to heal ourselves while they're flying out in the distance. Yes, you can not have enough ammo to finish this boss, which is dumb. When I casually played through it before I actually learned the route, I got stuck on the boss. And had to restart back when you got all that ammo, so this should be enough to finish him off. Time's coming up, by the way. Time.
58.
Nice, sub by 1 hour. That's what I was hoping for. Sweet. So, that's Day Hunger. It's a pretty fun mod. I definitely recommend it to everybody. There's a pretty awesome song, by the way, coming up, if you want to let everybody listen to it.
Yeah, we have enough time, I think.
Sweet.
With my hands, your skull I will beat. Leave your carcass in the street. My arms are a human size. They rip your limbs from your body. Relish the pain in which you writhe, for you have been something rotting. You are what I
But that's Stay Hunger. GG everybody.